Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story you might think you know, but we're going to look at it a little differently. It's about a quiet woman, a seamstress, whose simple act of defiance echoed across a nation and reshaped history. This is the story of Rosa Parks and the day she refused to stand up. Imagine this, it's December 1st, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama. The city is segregated, and that means everything is divided by race, right down to the city buses. On this particular Thursday, a 42-year-old Rosa Parks finishes her long day at work. She's tired, her feet ache, all she wants is to get home. She boards the Cleveland Avenue bus, pays her fare, and finds a seat in the designated colored section. It's important to note this wasn't the whites-only section. She was following the rules. As the bus continued its route, it started to fill up. Soon, all the seats in the white section were taken. A few more white passengers got on, and the driver, James F. Blake, turned his attention to the first row of the colored section, where Rosa and 3 other black passengers were seated. He told them to get up and give their seats to the standing white passengers. Now, this wasn't an unusual demand. It was the humiliating reality of the time. The other 3 passengers complied. They got up, but Rosa Parks didn't move. She simply shifted to the window seat. The driver confronted her directly. "Are you going to stand up?" he asked. And in a calm, quiet voice, she replied, "No." He threatened to have her arrested. She said, "You may do that." And he did. At the next stop, police officers boarded the bus and arrested her. She wasn't arrested for sitting in the white section. She was arrested for violating segregation laws by refusing to surrender her seat to a white person in the colored section. News of her arrest spread like wildfire through Montgomery's black community. But here is a crucial part of the story that often gets overlooked. Rosa Parks wasn't just a tired seamstress. She was a dedicated activist, the secretary of the local NAACP chapter, and had been working for civil rights for years. Her act wasn't random. It was the culmination of a lifetime of fighting injustice. She later said, "People always say she didn't give up her seat because she was tired. But that isn't true. The only tired I was," she explained, "was tired of giving in." Her arrest was the spark the community had been waiting for. Activists, including a young and relatively unknown pastor named Martin Luther King Jr., organized a citywide bus boycott. They asked the entire black community to refuse to ride the city buses starting the following Monday. What they hoped would be a one-day protest turned into something extraordinary. For 381 days, through rain, cold, and intense pressure, tens of thousands of black citizens walked, carpooled, and organized their own transportation systems. They walked 4 miles to get to work, to school, to go about their lives, all in a unified, peaceful protest. The economic impact on the bus company was devastating. The Montgomery bus boycott brought national and international attention to the civil rights struggle in America. The case went all the way to the US Supreme Court, which ultimately ruled that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. Rosa Parks' single, quiet act of defiance set off a chain reaction. It showed the world that courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a quiet voice saying no. It's the simple, profound power of standing firm in her case, sitting firm for what you believe is right. Her story teaches us that one person, no matter how seemingly small or quiet, can ignite a movement. It's a reminder that change often begins not with a grand gesture, but with the steadfast refusal to accept injustice. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that changed the world. See you in the next one.